Got it.
Okay, kid. Let's get to work.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between the Invincible comic and TV show.
Please stop. This is hardly constructive.
Pathetic.
I am okay, I'm just... wow.
For this list, we'll be looking at the biggest changes made from Robert Kirkman's incredible comic for the Amazon Prime cartoon adaptation. Be warned, there will be some light spoilers on some of the comic's smaller details. Are you a fan of the changes made? Did any annoy you? Don't be shy, head to the comments and let us know. Number 10, race and gender swapping. There are several changes made to character ethnicities and gender throughout the adaptation, including Invincible himself.
How was Mars?
By the looks of it, less eventful than whatever was happening here.
Although his race is ambiguous in the comic, the show's Mark Grayson is biracial, with his mother Debbie now being Korean American. Mark's romantic interest, Amber Bennett, has also been changed from Caucasian to African American.
What are you, a lesbian or something?
Oh my god, I wish.
The Guardians of the Globe members, Green Ghost and Shrinking Ray, have also been changed from male to female. Creator Robert Kirkman stated these changes were not only made to benefit the show, but also to bring more representation for a wider array of viewers.
Or did that just sweeten the deal?
Number 9, William's sexuality.
Sure, he's hot and all. And that mustache. Sorry, okay, straight stuff.
Life as a teen superhero can be tough, but at least Mark has his best friend William to rely on. When the show begins, William is already out as gay. But in the comic, his true sexuality isn't revealed until issue number 80. William even dates Atom Eve for a time, though the relationship doesn't last long. The show and comic version still share the same endgame romance, college RA Rick Sheridan, but the two begin as friends.
William! Come here!
What's up, Rick?
When Rick is kidnapped, William still leads the charge to find him, though it's more out of worry for his friend than the possible love of his life.
Oh my god, Rick?
Number 8, the introduction of the Teen Team. Some of Mark's closest allies are the members of the Teen Team. The group, made up of Atom Eve, Robot, Rexplode, and Duplicate, are there to help Mark in his early days. But the manner in which he meets them in the comics is quite different. The Teen Team stumble upon Mark fighting one of the Mauler twins, a constant but usually easily handled threat. However, the show immediately places them all in a dire situation as their first encounter, a battle against the extra-dimensional Flaxons.
You're Adam Eve.
Having the team rescue Invincible from such a formidable foe better showcases each member's powers and helps progress their relationship earlier on.
Thanks for saving my butt back there. Yesterday, I mean.
Yesterday? Oh, that was you.
Number 7, Amber Bennett's characterization.
Thank you.
It's not just a change of race that the show makes to Amber's character. Not only does she appear much earlier on, but she's also given more depth. In the comic, she mainly serves to drive a wedge between Mark and Eve. And while the character still fulfills that purpose in the show, it isn't her only one. She's shown to be much more caring, spending time as a volunteer at a community center. But she also has much more of an edge.
Eve was wrong about you. So was I.
When Mark reveals his heroic identity to her in the comic, Amber is more or less supportive. But in the show, Amber still resents the fact that Mark lied instead of trusting her, a change that made some fans dislike her character.
I'm trusting you now!
Oh my god. I mean, it's cute you think that's enough.
But, Amber!
Number 6, Titan's backstory.
Go!
Mahershala Ali's Titan was one of the more interesting villains Invincible had to offer, and it's partially due to the changes made to his backstory. In the comics, Titan is merely a small-time criminal who wants to overthrow his boss, Machine Head, out of concern for his own safety. But in the show, Titan is given a family as a reason why he turned to crime in the first place.
Is he a good guy?
That's what people say.
Are you a good guy?
This addition adds an emotional layer to the character. It also sets him up to play an important role in Season 2 after taking over Machine Head's empire.
Is this our new house?
But in the comics, he only makes a few more minor and ultimately insignificant appearances. Number 5, Cecil's fight against Omni-Man.
Good, we need to talk about
Nolan killed the Guardians of the Globe.
I know.
In the comics, everyone but the reader is caught completely off guard when Omni-Man's true nature is revealed. Therefore, there's no time for anyone to intervene. But in the show, shady government agent Cecil has been monitoring Omni-Man.
You've been spying on me? On my family?
And he has a whole bag of tricks to throw at his former ally. The penultimate episode showcases the Global Defense Agency's vast resources, including cloaked agents, Reanimen, a satellite laser, a giant robot, and a teleporter that Cecil uses to wonderful effect.
Keep out of this, Cecil.
While both versions show Cecil's grief at the betrayal of his friend, the show gives him the opportunity to be more active as it reaches its climax.
They were weak.
They were your friends, and so was I.
Number 4, the murder of the Guardians of the Globe.
Darkwing, why did you call us here?
Me?
The show moves many events forward in the timeline, including its inciting incident. While the comic mentions the Guardians of the Globe, they aren't introduced until issue 7. And that just happens to be the same issue Nolan murders them in cold blood. But where it's only depicted across a few panels there, the adaptation lets the Guardians fight back. Not only does it bring the conflict in earlier, but the brutal fight immediately puts Nolan's loyalty into question, and begins a season-long tension that is absent from the comic. Additionally, the show opens on a mission with the Guardians and Nolan making the on-screen betrayal sting a little bit more.
Why? Why?
Number 3, Debbie Grayson's characterization.
I'm sorry. I've been so focused on your data that I've forgotten about you.
Voiced by the incredible Sandra Oh, Debbie Grayson is depicted as a fierce mother digging for the truth. And while she does eventually become that strong character in the comics, she's initially not given much to do. With Nolan's loyalty not in question until the Immortals return, comic Debbie only serves to support her superhero family. But with a little help from Damian Darkblood, who suspects Omni-Man almost immediately, Debbie's arc is much more interesting. She begins to question the person she built a life with, torn between what she wants to be true and what actually is.
Why did you do it?
I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me! I know you killed them, Nolan!
Number 2, the Flaxen Invasion. The Dimension-invading Flaxens are a much more serious threat in the show than they are in the comics. First appearing in issue number 3, they're easily dealt with by Invincible and Omni-Man. With Nolan hospitalized at the time they appear in the show, it falls to the underprepared teen team to deal with them. The second time they invade, Nolan chases them back into their dimension. In the comics, he's kidnapped after their first appearance and helps lead a revolution against a dictatorship before he returns to Earth. But the series shows him decimating all Flaxens until he forces them to send him home.
You don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer.
The season finale also sets them up to be a bigger threat in Season 2. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Invincible vs. Omni-Man.
Please.
The climactic fight between Invincible and Omni-Man has the same outcome in both versions. Friends and family members are left feeling utterly heartbroken at the betrayal. But the show's version is much more vicious and more impactful on the viewer. The comic certainly shows plenty of destruction as Omni-Man tackles Invincible through buildings. But there isn't the same focus on the loss of human life.
How could you do this?
That was your fault. Your stubbornness against the inevitable killed those people.
Mark's failure to save a woman from a crumbling building and the unsettling subway sequence highlight his father's ferocious nature. And the flashback to Mark's baseball game, not seen in the comic, shows that despite what he says, Nolan's time on Earth has indeed changed him.
Did you see that? Did you see?
Oh, that was amazing!
Yeah, I saw.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.